everyone, so I'm here today to do a quick update for my Pan That palette for 2017. The way that I'm running my Pan That palette this year is I'm going to try and hit pan in as many eyeshadows in my collection as I possibly can across palettes and across singles, not just in the same palette. So firstly, I'll just run through the products that I have made progress on since my last update. So first I have my NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in the shade Golden Peach. In my last update, I mentioned that a commenter had told me that I should try to use this as a blush, and I thought that was a really good suggestion, and since then I think I have used it a few times as a blush, but not very much progress at all. I'm pretty much completely ignoring this shadow throughout this project so far, and I am debating just replacing it with something else and possibly decoloring this from my collection because I'm just not using it. Next, I have another single. This is by MAC. This is the shade Fly by Twilight. And I mentioned also in my last update that this is a very, very glittery, shimmery shadow, and so it's very difficult to wear on an everyday basis. But I've been putting my brush into this section right here, and I have definitely flattened out a little area, but I have no idea how deep this pan is, and there's definitely not really a dip. It's kind of just a flattened out area because of all the ridges in it already. So I'm not really sure when I will hit pan in this, but I'm still working on it. I have been using this kind of as a center of the lid highlight to do some kind of like halo eye situations, and I've been really liking that, so we'll see how I go with that one. Then I have a shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette in the shade Sage, and I was using the gray contour shade here, and as you can see, I think there is a dip in it. I've been using it as an outer corner kind of darkening shade, and there is definitely a dip. It is a very powdery shade, but I'm pretty sure this pan is pretty deep, so I'm not really sure how long that will take, but I have been working on it. Then I have another shade from my Dior Holiday Couture Collection palette, and I was using this highlighting shade. Now, I'm pretty sure you will be able to see that there is a serious dip there in the middle now. It is kind of a domed shadow because of the embossing in it, so I have definitely concaved that convex shadow. I, again, have no idea how deep these pans are, but I am working on it, and I've been using it just as an inner corner highlight every day, so the pan will be pretty small because my brush is pretty small, but I am making really good progress on that one. And then lastly, I had 3 shades from my Zoeva Mixed Metals palette, and they were the shade Alloy, Neo Brass, and Ore Stone. I've been using Alloy the most, and you can definitely see there's a disturbance in the pan there. I've been using it as an all-over lid shade mostly and really enjoying that. But I haven't made nearly as much progress as I thought I would in that one. I don't know if I'm just not concentrating on it enough or what, but I don't think I'm really close to pan on that one. Neo Brass and Ore Stone are pretty much the same story, except for much less use on them. I'm using Neo Brass all over the lid today, and I'm really enjoying the look of this all over the lid, or as like a middle of the lid kind of color. And Ore Stone I've been really enjoying as well, a little bit less than Neo Brass, but I find blue much harder to work into an everyday look than Neo Brass, because Neo Brass almost looks like a gold green, whereas Ore Stone's definitely just a teal blue. So making some progress on those, but they are just as challenging as I expected them to be. And now onto the products that I have hit pan in since my last update. So first I have the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. I'm not really sure what has happened to the packaging. I know Lorraine also had this issue with her Naked Basics palette, but she spilled nail polish remover on it, and I haven't done anything like that, but it's like the plastic coating has lifted off of the container. It's very odd. Not really sure what happened. But I finally hit pan in the shade Stark. Just a little baby bit of pan there. I was using this as an all-over lid shade to set my primer, and I have finally hit pan there, so I'm calling that one done. And then in my Lorac palette, I hit pan in the 2 matte transition shades, Taupe and mauve, just tiny little flecks of pan down at the bottom there, but that's enough for me, so I'm counting both of those as done as well. So that's 3 shades out of this Pan That Palette challenge that I've hit pan in this update, which means I'm going to be adding 3 more pans to the challenge. The first one is from this Tarte Energy Noir Clay palette. This is an eye and face palette, as you can see here, and I pulled this out because I ran out of brow products earlier this month, and I was going to buy some more before I remembered that Amber F said that she was never going to purchase eyebrow products again because she had so many eyeshadow already. So I thought, you know what I'll do? I will go out and I will swatch all of my matte mid-tone browns and I'll see which is the best one for my eyebrow. So I did, and this shade here and this shade here I really like to mix together to use as 2 tones in my brows. So that's why I've pulled this out recently, and I would really like to hit pan in this shade. It's kind of a taupe matte gray kind of color, and I've been using it in my brows and as a transition color. So I'm going to try and hit pan in that one. Then back to my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette in Sage. I would like to try and hit pan in this color here. This is the highlight shade, and it's just a matte, very yellow kind of toned cream color. I would like to use this all over my lid as a setting powder for my primer, and I'm going to see if I can hit pan in it. No idea how long that will take because I'm sure these pans are really deep, but we're going to see how it goes. And my third shade is also from another palette in this project. This is the Dior Holiday Couture palette, and I want to hit pan in this shade, the lid shade. It's already almost completely flat, so I just need to make a dip in it, and I really love this shade. It's a very nice sparkly bronzy taupe color, and I absolutely love it, so I'm really excited to pull that one out again. So there you go. Those are all of the products that I have hit pan in, that I have made progress on, and that I am hoping to hit pan in for my Pan That palette this year. If you're doing a Pan That palette, please let me know down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.